Okay, welcome to a mini lesson on membrane-filtered E. coli. This is a sterile field filter apparatus. It's in the plastic bag because it's gone through an autoclave, and I don't want to get bacteria from my hands onto it, nor do I want to get anything that might be in the water sample. So I will carefully separate it and rest my top over on this side. And I will light the Bunsen burner type flame here. And I will take my forceps and dip them in an alcohol, run them through the flame. What I'm trying to do is kill any bacteria that could be on that forceps. And now carefully I want to transfer my sterile grid filter paper, and they are very brittle, so you don't want to rip it. I don't want to get, and I want to just get the corner. I don't want to get, so now, well, it ended up on the side that, well, nope, I'll have to get a new one. I have a new one here. This happens. And see, I didn't put the forceps down, so they didn't pick up bacteria, so I don't have to run it through the flame again. But you're always thinking about not introducing bacteria from your own skin or any other surface. So I will try this again. This is a different brand than what we've had. So I'm at the corner and I'm carefully placing it grid side up. So throughout the whole process, we're always grid side up. The next thing, when I put down the top, I want to make sure it evenly screws on. If it screws at an angle, when I pour the water through, it will come out at its side. Next thing is there's graduations, and for the membrane filter bacteria, I want it to be 100 mils, unless I know that I'm going to be high in bacteria. So I'm going to transfer from the sample container 100 mils. And do not put the cover back on, leave it open. I will now use the syringe to help draw the water through the sterile membrane filter. And as that's going through, I have my Petri dish that has already been prepared with the ENV growth media, which supports our Escherichia coliform bacteria. And I will label the top with a China marker with our date, 27th. I think it's around there. I'll have to look it up. And then I'm going to put
29.
My name on here. And, okay, what was this site, Josh?
That was, is it one? I think
Is
it's one. Oh, that
site
is
number 1.
Mystic. M-Y-S-T-I-C.
Mystic. Okay, and again, I'm only touching the outside of the surface. I will continue the pumping. I don't want to be too forceful because it could rip the filter paper. And depending on the level of dissolved solids, it may filter very quickly or very slowly. So if this was a salt water, it would filter very slowly. But this filtered all in a minute. And now we've allowed the water to go through, and if there's any bacteria, they should have been caught in that sterile membrane filter. I am now re-sterilizing my forceps, and I can remove the top. I can open my Petri dish. I want to have it so that the cover is up so it's not picking up bacteria. At the corner of the membrane filter, I will carefully transfer it, and I want it to roll flat on the growth medium of ENV. I put the cover on, and then we will transfer it to the incubator. We will leave them in upside down so that water droplets from condensation don't drop on the filter. And then 24 to 48 hours later, we'll take it out and take a picture of it, and if we wanted to do further identification, whether it be genetics or selective membranes, we could do that. So this is it for the membrane filtering.